Hi, I'm Pastor Goodman, and this is the Largely Catechized Life. The Third Commandment. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. This is where it gets fun. Because honestly, if you want to see where Christianity differs from every other religion in the world, the Third Commandment is where you're going to kind of see it. Every other religion out there is also going to claim to be exclusive, don't have any other gods, ours is the only show in town. And really, just about every other religion in the world will tell you to be nice to people too, which is kind of commandments 4 through 10. It is the third one where it gets fun, because here our Lord will paint a picture of why we're different. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. Well, you'll see it if you look at the right word. Holy. Holy is the word that Jesus spends all this time arguing with the Pharisees about whenever he butts heads with them over the Sabbath day, because their understanding of the Sabbath day is just don't do anything. Sit around and, that way you will fulfill the commandment. But, well, if the word of the day is holy and not just Sabbath, well, then you have to ask where holiness comes from. And Jesus says it's not from inside you. Jesus said what comes out of a person is what defiles him. For from within, out of the heart of man, come evil thoughts, sexual immorality, theft, murder, adultery, coveting, wickedness, deceit, sensuality, envy, slander, pride, foolishness. All of these evil things come from within, and they defile a person. If the third commandment is just don't do work, you kind of got to ask how sitting around watching TV actually makes you holy. You even got to ask, how going out in the field and thinking about nothing actually makes you holy. You still have the same heart. This is why Luther writes, "This commandment, therefore, according to its gross sense, does not concern us Christians." See, if all you want to talk about in the third commandment is not doing work, well, then it's not Christian, because, well, holiness isn't going to come from anywhere inside of you. Holiness isn't going to come from anything that you do. In fact, if it's going to be holy, it probably has to come from something holy, which sinners aren't. It's going to have to come from God. This is where Christianity becomes different from every other religion out there, because of this commandment. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. Find something holy. Not make yourself holy, but find something that is. Christianity is a religion that seeks holiness outside of the self, outside of works, but from God, from Christ. This is what we're going to look at next time, where it is that we find holiness.